thanks for life and a mighty life giver, and we give thanks for all good things are sent from Zion above, Ethiopia, Africa, you know. Give thanks that we are in a season in the country, specifically the country of St. Lucia, a season where, you know, people have a lot of love for the herbs. Yeah, I would say that. I would say that. A season whereby a lot of people are looking towards and moving towards the herbs. And they feel that attachment towards the whole herbal medicines, and they trying to go natural, and they want to eat natural, and they want to take care of themselves, and they want to do this and they want to do that. Basically, that's the season of the loving of the natural thing, you know. And the reason why people are turning forward to the natural thing is not that they really love the natural thing. It's not as a result of, oh boy, I love this, or I love that, or I love this, or I love that. No. The fundamental reason why people are turning forward to the natural things is because they have lost all faith in the healthcare system. Not because they really love the plants. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, a man or a woman must love themselves, and they must love themselves to the extent that they do the best for themselves, that whatever they do as a man or as a woman, they do it principally, number one, for the love of self, for the benefit of self. People naturally are turning to the herbs because the system has failed. And you find that it's very difficult to actually impact healing, making someone feel better, help them fight whatever condition they are suffering from. It's very difficult to impact healing if you lack understanding. Understanding in the sense that you have that full overstanding of the love of God. Meaning that as a healer, or as a nurse, as a doctor, a massage therapist, a physiotherapist, a cook. I mean, whenever it comes to do with healing, as a healer, it's very, very, very important that as a healer, you are fully able to show love and affection, compassion, loving kindness. Very important. Even more important than the drugs that will be given, or the knives that will be used to cut up and open up. Love, compassion, loving kindness, patience, understanding, humility. All these things are very, 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 very important. That the people that deals with the whole aspect of healing, they must possess that fundamental, attribute. That well-balanced being. Right? Sometimes a man or a woman would go to the hospital, and just because they say that they are using herbs, or they check, this Priest Kailash there, they check this person there. I mean, automatically, the doctors and the nurses and the upper in arms. Why? Because the person choose to utilize herbs. And they go as far as telling people that they speaking SHI, they talking SHIT. And all type of manner of derogative ways that they speak to people. Just because the person is exercising the fundamental human right of choosing whether to drink a bush tea or whether to take a pill. That's the person's right. It has gotten to the point that it is so bad, horrible, that as a people, instead of going forward, people moving backward. Like as if, I say, come on, man. Oh my goodness. Instead of going forward, they're going backward, because all over the world, in the so-called developed countries, you are finding that homeopathic medicine, herbal medicine, acupuncture, acupressure, massage therapists, meditation, all different modalities of healing are being combined together to give the patient a valuable experience. This has gotten to the stage that people are afraid even to tell the doctors whether or not they are drinking some bush. They don't tell them. So then, the fact that this individual does not feel free enough to express wholeheartedly and honestly her or his activities to the person that's supposed to save their life, just because of that intimidation. I call it intimidation. Because the whole world is moving towards integrative healthcare, whereby everything is utilized for the benefit of the patient. Marijuana is being legalized all around the place, and many different countries are beginning to export marijuana, all type of thing, and yet still we are just sitting down here waiting for IMF or the World Bank or some, want to come and bail us out of our debt and misery. When, you could just look at the world. Everyone is coming towards the natural. Yet still, we are living on a little piece of rock in St. Lucia, whereby the people with the white coats, the doctors, some of them are good and some of them do understand, but those that represent the establishment, they hate the herbs with a passion, and they go out of their way to actually disrespect the herbs of God, you know. You cannot do that. You should not do that. If a patient is not well and they go into a hospital and they already not feeling well, and the doctor asks them, what is it that you've been drinking? They say, oh, what is shadow benny, APNT, kokom kuli. Oh, the herb you're drinking. And down on the person already, saying that herbs will kill them and all manner of things, just because the person is drinking a little bit of herbs. You speak to them so derogatively. Is that a word? Okay, alright. Pardon my English. If it's not, well, correct me. You speak so roughly and crudely and disrespectfully sometimes down onto the poor people that's there in this moment of pain and suffering and anguish. Instead of showing love, compassion, understanding, loving kindness, to help uplift that individual spirit to make them feel better. What kind of world it is that we are living in? Who gave such people such authority, such power? I mean, definitely as a people, we have to fully comprehend what is happening to us. And a man or woman, you shouldn't be afraid to stand up for the rights and testify that the herbs, guys, not me, no, man. People don't hate Priest Kailash, they hate the man. Okay, alright, they might think, but what I'm pushing is not me, is God they hate. God, because I'm just saying what God said. The leaf of the plant shall be used for medicine. People need to stand up and, and reaffirm their commitment to nature. Don't make anybody make you believe that you have to be taking drugs the rest of your life because you have high blood pressure. You could surely reverse that. I mean, definitely with you for an intercession, and we're going to take it right now. And when you come again, we're going to continue. The Honorable Empress is here for us tonight. We have some wonderful discussions to come on, so definitely stay tuned. And, when we come again, we will continue our discussion. Blessed.
How do I decide which telecommunication service provider to use?
When choosing a mobile, landline, cable TV and internet service provider, or changing the one you currently use, here's what you should think about in order to get the best service to meet your needs. Why do I need the service? What is the quality of service offered? What are the rates? Are there hidden charges? How much can I afford to pay for the service? What are the customer service obligations of the provider? Not satisfied with the service? The choice is yours whether or not to use the service.
This message is brought to you as a public service announcement by Ectel, the NTRC, and this station.
The Ministry of Health will be undertaking an island-wide survey from April 24th to verify and document St. Lucia's success in eliminating schistosomiasis, otherwise known as bilharzia, a chronic disease caused by parasitic worms which live in certain freshwater snails. This survey targets primary school students within the age group of 8 to 11 years. It is very simple. The survey will obtain a urine sample from students, a few drops of blood through a finger prick, and administering a short questionnaire. All tests will be undertaken by a trained team from the Ministry of Health under the supervision of a registered nurse. Now remember, this is only a survey. St. Lucia currently has no issues with schistosomiasis or bilharzia. However, we need the support of communities, teachers, parents, and their students. Partner with the Ministry of Health and support the survey from April 24th and help protect the health of this generation and future generations. A message brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Ministry of Education and the Pan American Health Organization.
Yes, we do give thanks for life and a mighty life giver, and we give thanks for all good things around us as sent from Zion above. So we praise for all his love. As we were saying before the intercession, as we were looking at the whole aspect of, the stigma that, people put towards herbs and how people look down upon herbs, I mean, it's really a shame and it's heartbreaking. I mean, I remember in 2007, 2006 when we actually began doing our work in London, United Kingdom. You would find when you go to Tesco's and Sainsbury's and all these different countries, you would have hardly found any, herbs. You'd hardly find any herbs. I mean, on the shelves, you'd hardly find any coconut. 1, 2 little dry coconut and thing, and that is it. And while we were in London and we were speaking to the primarily the black community, people of African ascendants, people who from the Caribbean also, and different type of people. We did some work within Hackney Community College and different aspects within that time where we were actually lecturing on the whole aspect of preparing healthy feast. And it was very important to note that within a period of a decade, because let's say 10 years ago is when I really began that work when it comes to the whole aspect of working towards reducing diabetes and high blood pressure, and taking it upon myself to say, look, I'm going to, I mean, if you go into the archives, you're going to see when we said in a decade, give us a decade and the right things, and we're going to work wholeheartedly to take St. Lucia out of that #1 spot in the world in diabetes, with diabetes. I'm sure that St. Lucia is not #1 anymore. I mean, if anyone knows the statistics, they could actually give us a call and let us know. But I mean, I'm sure that St. Lucia is not #1 in the world with diabetes again. I'm sure we are getting better. Because the expectations of the World Health Organization was that in a decade, there would have been almost like 100% increase of diabetes, whereby a lot more people would have actually gotten diabetes. But what you found out is that a lot of people now have became conscious. They have begun examining the food plates, question the things that they eat, show a greater commitment to themselves, love themselves more. So the predictions that were made by the World Health, it wasn't the World Health Organization, by this so-called statistic fellas and people who came and did the study, that failed big time. Why? Because we, the people of St. Lucia, we are actually opening up our eyes to the reality. Now, the worst thing is that people choose consciously to work in an environment of anger and confusion than just to work in an environment of love. So I'm saying this to say, in the world, we have hundreds of women who could not conceive, but because they came to us, they have not only one child, not only 2 children, some of them have plenty children. So it's very important Very, very important that we understand, that if it is that one woman, just one, cannot bear fruits, have a child, right? Just one, not two, not three, not four. And that woman took something, drank a herb, and after drinking that herb, that person was able to conceive and have a child. If one person can get that benefit, that's good. Now, if it is that we now as a people, I was just looking for a video there that I would have just run, because I would have played it and you'd have just heard the audio of a sister speaking of, having a child. Very important. Why it's important? Because people tend not to understand the significance, how powerful the herbs are, and they just underestimate it, and they say all manner of things and do all manner of things disrespectfully, not even paying any attention to the herbs, right? And then as a people, instead of embracing it, what they do, they just laugh and say all type of thing about the herb unknowingly. I don't really blame them, because many people are very ignorant when it comes to the whole aspect of the herbs. They don't know any better. But if you don't really know, you should just keep quiet about it, because at the end of the day, it's not good at all, to hear how people describe these things. And I'm saying several times, there have been people with diabetes, high blood pressure, who have actually gotten sick to the point that they need amputations or whatever it is that they might need to do. And these people drink herbs and they get better. Yet still, I'm saying, if it's only one person, just one, that actually gets a relief by using herbs, that's good enough. That's great, right? That is reason enough for the government to actually take a time off and investigate and say, well, look, we have a diabetes problem. There are people here in St. Lucia that's saying, well, look, this and that bush is good for diabetes. Let us come together as intelligent people and test them and see whether they really do something for our people. That's not difficult, because at least if it is that you truly have the interest of the people at hand, what are you going to do? You're going to investigate the so-called things that people say that's working. If there is one person with cancer that actually get a benefit from one bush, and say, well, I'm not saying about 2 or 3 people, I'm saying if just one person, just one, the number of people that dies that die, pardon me, on a day-to-day basis with cancer, you know. If one person say, well, they use this and they get better, isn't that reason enough for us to investigate? I should think so. You know, when we really look at the whole aspect of things and we analyze the state of mind of our people, and we check that our ancestors were living a particular type of way, they were eating a particular type of food, and they were using a particular type of herbs, and they never actually got certain types of diseases. And most of us, over 40 something, 50 something, you know, we had that direct interaction with the herbs growing up. So it is very, very, very strange to see that the same people that drank the herb teas, that their mothers took their locks and they got their colon cleansed and their coolings, are the same people who actually fight all these type of things. Where is it that we are going as a people when we as a people don't really even deal honestly, whereby you know, well, look, if that herb supposed to be good, and you have so many people with diabetes, and you have a man talking saying this, that I'm not only saying about Priest Kailash, you know. If one person get a benefit from something, and whatever that person was suffering from is something that affects us as a people in general, it should be very, I say, important, a priority, that our people that deals with the healthcare of our nation investigate these things. Why is it that we are so myopic? Why is it that our vision, when we are looking, is only to the pills and the drugs and the surgeries and all these different types of things, but we don't even take a time out and look at what we have around us? It is very significant that most of the Caribbean countries, Dominica being called the Nature Isles, has one of the highest rates of childhood obesity in the world. Why? Because the blessings that were given to us by the Almighty, all the herbs growing wild around us, we have used gramoxone and Roundup and all them different types of weedicides and poison all the herbs, kill them off, poison the waters, kill off the crayfish and them. I remember growing up and seeing big freshwater fish, you know, in the rivers. These things were killed off because of chemicals and pesticides in the water. Mealy, you used to grow up and you used to see these big fish in the rivers, man. Mankind, we've destroyed that. The children coming up today will not be able to ever experience that unless we bring back these things there and build back up and clean up and take care of ourselves. So we have moved away so far from the natural way of living, and we don't want to hear anything whatsoever about herbs and what herbs can do to heal. And if anybody tell you that, oh boy, they use herbs to heal, you call them some madman or some type of thing. What reason? Why is it that we as a people supposed to function like that? What has Patchouli done to you? What has Basil done to you? What has Feiduva done to you? What has Veven Lachiwat done to you? What has Gopopo done to you? What has Japana done to you? Nothing. So we make it an agenda within our society, right, to demonize the herbs. Make drinking herbs and using herbs as a form of medicine, make it look as if that's a mad thing and a bad thing. When we could honestly, if it is that we are honest, and the reason why we are fighting the herbs is because we care about our people, we would have already sat down and give 10 people herbs alone to drink and 10 people drugs and pills to drink, and and you give them the lifestyle and the thing, and boom boom boom, and you see which of these people they actually do better, those on the drugs or those on the herbs. But I mean, nobody wants to know the truth. No one wants to know the truth. All people are interested in is basically Hesse. Instead of us as a people loving ourselves and fundamentally uplifting ourselves and going forward to our nature, our roots, we hate our own selves. We fight against it. The herbs. What has Patchouli done to you? How many people die in the world on a day-to-day basis because of medical error? How many people die because they drink a cup of tea? The world is a serious place, and then we as a people, we don't examine the real truths. We just listen to Hesse. We slander, we talk, but yet still we don't even sit down and analyze the reality. Because if we were truthful in ourselves and we analyze the reality, you'd see where everything going. And you'd have begun loving yourself and taking these steps for yourself and begin to give your child the little, sour uplift tea every night. All these things used to play some wonderful roles for our children. The longette was not something that was given to the child just because the parents couldn't afford better. They understood the medicinal values of these things also. It is important, very, very important, because I'm trying to draw the point to you because of the significance of what it is that we are about to lose, The heritage we are about to lose. It's very important that as a people we draw and grab from our great-great-grandmothers and our grandmothers all the knowledge that they had. And don't let people sway your mind when it comes to something you know that works. Let's be honest. with all the so-called tests and improvement in the medical industry, more people getting cancer, more people dying from it, more people having diabetes, more people dying from it, more people having strokes, more people dying from it. I mean, more people have cancer, more people have everything, man. So since the hospitals have gotten bigger, shouldn't these things be taken care of? No. The system is a factory for making sick people. What they feed you, what you eat, what you drink, how you think, how you work. The system is a factory of producing sick people. Truth. The great majority of men right now, they're not well. The great majority. The great majority of women, they're not well. Our children not well. What strategy are we going to utilize with the people in mind? How are we going to organize ourselves that our people will stop dying? I say, well, you know, an ounce of prevention is better than 100 pounds of cure. An ounce of prevention is better than 100 pounds of cure. You know? So it's important we get forward ourselves and begin to appreciate love the lifestyle, the natural lifestyle that we used to live. Not just sit down and you have a headache, you run and you go and take a pill. You have a fever, you run and you take a pill. Your back hurting, you take an injection inside of it. Whatever it is, you just run, and yet still you don't even take a time or to focus on your physical structure. Get a little rub, you know, nourish yourself. All you do is just drinking drugs. I see that many people who have come to us dying, you know, they live, you know. Many women who have come to us barren, they bear child. Many of them. And we give thanks for that. During the intercession, I'm going to search for that little thing for you, and I'm going to see whether I could run it on some loudspeaker, you know, because this is I try my best to act. You know, when I bounce up with people, because you have smartphone, you could just record a little thing one time and delete it, or else you'd never get anything. Years after, you'll find out that yes, okay, I had a baby. You understand? But we give thanks for them still, and you know, give thanks for their love, and give thanks for all the support over the years. What we'll do, we'll take an intercession, and when we come again, we'll see whether we'll get that clip there to run for you. And we're definitely going to open up the lines. Jah Rastafari, blessed.
How do I decide which telecommunication service provider to use?
When choosing a mobile, landline, cable TV, and internet service provider, or changing the one you currently use, here's what you should think about in order to get the best service to meet your needs. Why do I need the service? What is the quality of service offered? What are the rates? Are there hidden charges? How much can I afford to pay for the service? What are the customer service obligations of the provider? Not satisfied with the service? The choice is yours whether or not to use the service.
This message is brought to you as a public service announcement by Ectel, the NTRC, and this station.
The Ministry of Health will be undertaking an island-wide survey from April 24th to verify and document St. Lucia's success in eliminating schistosomiasis, otherwise known as bilharzia, a chronic disease caused by parasitic worms which live in certain freshwater snails. This survey targets primary school students within the age group of 8 to 11 years. It is very simple. The survey will obtain a urine sample from students, a few drops of blood through a finger prick, and administer in a short questionnaire. All tests will be undertaken by a trained team from the Ministry of Health under the supervision of a registered nurse. Now remember, this is only a survey. St. Lucia currently has no issues with schistosomiasis or bilharzia. However, we need the support of communities, teachers, parents, and their students. Partner with the Ministry of Health and support the survey from April 24th and help protect the health of this generation and future generations. A message brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Ministry of Education and the Pan American Health Organization.
Taste the real Fruta, enjoy the real Fruta, refreshing juice of every day. Whoa, Fruta.
Yes, give thanks for the mighty life giver. I mean, definitely, as we are speaking of the herbs and the, value of them and the appreciation of them, and just being truthful and honest, sincere, godly, divine, because if something works for you, all you have to say, it works for me. And if it doesn't work for you, all you have to say, it doesn't work for you. And be honest about it. So what we'll do, we'll open up the lines, and those people who actually want to, give us a call, let us know exactly what herbs they use and what it has done for them, That'll be an honor and privilege that at least you could share that with us, because it seems to me like as if, for some reason, for some reason, we as a people, we get so afraid of even expressing ourselves. I mean, we don't even express ourselves. We don't speak. We don't say anything at all. Just keep our mouth quiet. There are people that have been real sick and they get healed, And they tell you, well, when the doctor asks them what happened, they tell them, oh, Gasson, I never tell them I'm using herbs. No, I never tell them I'm using herbs. No. Why? Because they're so afraid that when they tell the doctor that they're using herbs, the doctor will ban them or something. That's the truth. So I want you to be truthful, sincere. Speak your heart and your mind. Give us a call. Let us know exactly what the herbs has done for you. I hope you won't have me just there silent, I'm just going. You want me to just to stay there silent and close my mouth, and you just see my face only and my mouth just closed and I'm not saying anything. As I said, it's not only my thing, It's all of our responsibility to ensure that the generations coming have a tradition of bush medicine, as they would say, or herbal medicine that they themselves could actually utilize for their own upliftment. 451-934-453-1730. Give us a call. Let us know what the herbs have done for you. Let us know what the herbs have done for you, man. At least the herbs have done something for you. Let us know what the herbs have done for you. 451-9349 453-1730. You want me to just keep on speaking and you won't say anything? No. I think you should give a call. 459-349. Let us know what the herbs have done for you, what experience you've had with the herbs, which bush you actually drink, how it helped you, somebody you knew that actually had a problem. Give us a call. Let us know about the herbs. It's not time to be hiding about the hands of God, to say, well, look, nature, God's creation, as God says, the leaf of the tree shall be used for medicine. So, I don't know, maybe you're not hearing me. I feel that you should give a call and let the people know of the herbs that you have utilized and how they have benefited you. Right? And after you've given how they've benefited you, if you want to say something about how it, one of the ways that it did not benefit you, you could say that also. But first and foremost, you must always glorify and you give thanks. You know. So, if it is that you cannot even have the guts to actually call and say, well, look, the bush is good and the bush is not good, or this is thing, because that's the thing, because we fail to stand up for anything as a people. Not standing up for the herbs. Say, Priest Kailash, I like to hear what you're doing. Say, but you could do it too. You could call and make your voice be known. Let the people hear where you actually stand. You know, because if it is that we are really going to cause a significant contribution, a change in the way how things are going in the world when it comes to the whole aspect of sickness and disease, it takes that consensual effort, that consensus, that understanding among all of I and I in creation, that look, that's the way that we're supposed to go. Then we focus our energy and we make it happen. So what's your problem? You're afraid to actually testify. If we're in a church and we were saying, oh, come my brother, come in front and testify and let this, people would come, and sometimes it's the mic they have to pull from them because they have so many things to say. Right? So you now as a man or as a woman supposed to have plenty things to say about herbs. All them years you've been watching our programs. I don't believe you. I don't understand you. Well, I'm just going to make the Empress speak to you. I'm not going to speak again for the rest. All you have to call and let us know what things, what glorious things that the herbs have done. I'm asking the people what has herbs done for them, and no one is calling and saying anything about what herbs have done for them. And I was expressing the fact that, look, many times, even when you go to the hospital, if you tell the doctor you're using herbs, his attitude will change towards you. He'll get upset. So many people are afraid to even mention the herbs. And I'm asking our people to say, well, look, you know, let's give the herb some of its glory. Call and let us know how it is that as a people, the herbs have been beneficial. What you've heard, what have you used as a child, what your grandmother used to do. I mean, we have to highlight these type of things within our community, because for some reason, right, herbs, when you tell somebody drink a herb tea for a headache, like as if it's the worst thing you could tell them. When the herb tea is a bush that grows right in your backyard. And if you tell them drink a pill, an aspirin or a Tylenol, that's something that's manufactured in some lab somewhere. They tell you nothing. But if you tell them drink a bush tea, they actually fuss and quarrel. Yes, Super Caller, blessed.
Yeah, blessed love, my man.
Honorable, bless.
Yeah, man. I tell nobody you're calling tonight.
Yeah, nobody you're calling, huh? I say.
Yes, my lord. Yeah?
Yeah, man, go ahead, I listen to you.
Yes, blessed. Yeah, man, so I want to start from when I was a little youth, you know? Well, I'm used to wet the bed, you know?
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
It's like all kind of things, and nothing I work in it. And finally, a man tell me whether to use the wasing canal, the root of the cinnamon tree, you know?
Yeah, man, yeah, man.
Sometimes you make it do that for I. Never went deep again, my lord.
Selassie, man.
You know? And imagine I have a next little version I was living next to my woman when I got old. And I give that man the remedy. And that version, that man not the reason to show right now. That man any reason to show, but that man that still always remind me. Yes, sometimes you get a remedy, you never went even like this, my lord. The man was going to complain to school already, you must see what in the bed.
Give thanks, man.
Yes, my lord. You know, so it's the herbs and them working, And you will have to know the herbs working, even for the little babies and them, you know. So, and in my life, you never saw working for me, even my family and I been as a man and identify many times already.
So have you had any experience whereby you go to a medical establishment and then you tell them, well, you're using herb, and then you get some real treatment from the practitioners?
Well, I know that personally, it's a long time I doesn't really, go because to them establishment, because when I used to have my problems and I go in there and I tell them how I live in and my way of living, vegan and everything. They go trying to heckle me and I'm following with me, so I might have like staying away from these people. Yeah, man, because they always feel well they have more rights than you in your own life. I know the doctors will believe you. That's why people will be afraid to tell them even the needles and things. Yeah, because it's so difficult dealing, because I had a situation even, one of my in-laws and she saw you and she said, he's giving her medicine, he's food you giving her. But I said, but if you read your Bible, because you're a Christian, and your Bible tells you eat the herbs, so if your pastor was on your side, your pastor would tell you to use the herbs, But your pastor tells you to see the doctor and go and take pills, so your pastor tells him looking for God, But anyway, my Lord, blessed Lord.
Give thanks for the love, man. Blessed, honorable.
Yeah.
Love. Yes, give thanks to Sufre Kola, Sufre Kola's save face. You always have saved the face of the people, What we're asking them is to call and talk about the benefits of the herbs. And why is it that we have that kind of negative, that kind of off way, when it comes to dealing with the herbs. Honorable Empress, blessed, welcome.
Blessed love.
Go ahead, I don't know, our technician don't have you. Okay, alright, yes, you there.
Blessed love. Holy Emmanuel,
Selassie,
Selassie,
Jah,
Jah, Rastafari. Give thanks for life, give thanks for love, give thanks for wealth and strength. Give thanks for joy and laughter and sadness and crying too. Give thanks for all our family, give thanks for our neighbors, give thanks for all people, give thanks for the whole of humanity. Standing up for the herbs, we have to stand up for the herbs. If we don't stand up for the herbs don't stand up for us. And that's the reality of it. The herbs do a lot. The herbal medicine, even the establishments out there, the like pharmacies and these things, it's the herbs that they're taking and manipulating, and then they're creating whatever they want to create and try to make it seem as if they are the ones with the patent and they're the ones that hold the only remedy. It's the herbs they're taking it from, but they're putting it in such a way to create this illusion for the people to think, well, okay, it's what they make that you have to use. Yeah, so I mean, the herbs have been there from way back when, from the beginning of time, and it's still there. All these other things that the hospitals, the conventional doctors, they want to tell you that them things that they want to tell you is the way. It's not the way. It's not the original thing. There's a source that all of that come from, and when it trickles down, all that happen, it becomes less and less and less. It's not the original. Copies always miss something that was there in the beginning. So no matter how much you copy and copy, you never really get the original thing. So the herbs is the source. Let's stand up for the herbs. Invest the time and energy into improving, our whole herbal medicine system, the way in which everybody is being dealt with. And, even as a nation of people, our leaders, and we, the people ourselves, we must demand that there's that energy invested into what is ours, what we have right there. So all that money that's spent on pharmaceuticals and so on, it's unnecessary. It can be spent in our own people, in our own resources around us. That is the way in which that these first world countries are actually called first world countries, because a lot of what they have, they're selling, exporting and so on, it's their local thing. It's what they create. So as a nation of people, we must demand that from our people. Let's look within ourselves instead of looking outside of ourselves. Because when we don't really look inside ourselves and see what it is that we can create, what we have around us, we diminish our own capabilities. We actually become enslaved, because we become so dependent on other people for things that we have right there, things that we can create our own selves, that it's like if we don't get that from other people, then we don't have it. We cause our own selves to suffer. So let's just look within ourselves, stand up for the herbs, because the herbs don't lie. You know, they're the real thing. They're nature, just like you. Yeah, give thanks. I had also wanted to, you know, someone I know, you know, they shared an experience whereby they were just being crucified just because, you know, because they're Rastafari, just because they look like me, you know, and they don't really confirm to, all right, you have to go, if you have a headache, you have to go take a Panadol or a paracetamol, the pharmaceutical. Instead, she will, you know, maybe take some rosemary, make a little tea and drink, just for that simple fact. And in this day and time, and even for the fact that, you know, she does not eat or use animal products. And in this day and age, where knowledge is at everyone's fingertips, it's a shame that ones would want to crucify someone just for that, you know, without even further investigation to see, okay, so what do you eat on a daily basis? Because, I mean, it's not to say that there's not a possibility that when it comes to nutrition, it might not all be there, but just the fact that, you know, you're hearing it's vegan or it's no meat and so on, and then you'd want to say someone is not receiving proper nourishment just because of that. I mean, that's way back when. You know, that's way back when. Everybody knows now that it's actually healthier to stay away from these meats. Everywhere you turn on the news, you're hearing how, okay, red meat linked to cancer, burgers, this kind of thing linked to cancer. So it's a shame and it's a disgrace for our people, especially people in positions whereby they have a responsibility for maintaining or for teaching the general public about good health. You know, it's a shame for someone to just jump on I mean, come on, that day has passed. That's when we didn't know. That's when, you know, we couldn't see. So let's just uplift our meditation, widen our view, our scope of things, so that we can see the whole picture and have more of an open mind, an open heart to consider. Yeah, you cannot just be, I mean, I myself am a testimony. My children, they have never eaten or drunk anything that has any animal products in it, and they are good, wealthy, healthy children, you know. So no one should be crucified or persecuted for that. And that's why we should always stand up for the herbs, because the herbs is nature, just around you. Give thanks.
That's all it's saying about the sister of yours. That was.
Well, you know, it's saddening because our medical institution, when we actually go to these places, it's because we're looking for help, we're looking for comfort. And it's not just a medical institution, do you know? Any of these institutions we have around, anytime someone come to them, yeah, and this is for the people that are working in these places too. Anytime a member of the public come to whatever institution you're at, they are coming for your help. They are putting a certain level of confidence and faith in you for you to be able to be there for them in the capacity that you are entitled to be there for them. So first and foremost, the reaction should be love and comforting. Yeah, encouragement, because I mean that's what you're there for. That's your purpose. Same thing goes for the police station. Same thing goes for the hospitals. Same thing go for whatever institution that provides a service. Yeah, that's what you are there for. So once someone come, they are validating you, who you are, what you represent. So you should be thankful for that. Because, I mean, if they weren't coming, the more and more people that don't come, then you won't have any job. You won't have any source of income. Yeah, so, I mean, think of it on that level for one. And then there's the humanity level. Let's look at a hospital now, like my my sister that I mentioned earlier. For instance, a hospital. You come there for help because people go to hospital when there's a possibility of death or there's something so seriously wrong, that. So they come to you. So first of all, accept that person. Yeah, comfort them, help them to let them know that okay, you're going to do your best to assist them, but you don't just attack them based on their physical looks alone. Come on, what is your purpose? You're supposed to be healing, you're supposed to be giving life. Yeah, or when you do that, what do you do? What are you really doing? Just stop and think about that for a moment. And it's not right. Yeah, because everyone, that's a fundamental human right, everyone is entitled to good health. They are supposed to have certain services that are readily available for them. So just by doing that, any doctor, any nurse, anybody in one of those places, just by doing that, you are depriving them of that fundamental right, and it's against the law. You should be locked up for it, plain and simple, no matter what it is. So when people have all these things saying about the hospitals and these kind of things, you have to stop and check what's your role in that. How are you making what these people are saying true? You cannot, there shouldn't be any discrimination against anybody based on their spiritual or religious belief or by their physical appearance or anything like that. Because you see, that service that you're providing, it's a service of love, and love, these things should not be blinding, and if it's real, if it's genuine. And if you cannot live up to that, then you shouldn't even be there. You shouldn't even be in that position. You don't belong there. There was a time when there was a certain instant, and I don't remember what it was, but I think it was at an airport, and the way the people were behaving is like they should be garbage collectors or something, where they don't have to interact with people, because it's a very serious thing. Everybody have that experience in all fields. If you go at the airport, there are certain airlines, their employees are, it's like, weren't you trained? You don't know how to deal with people? Yeah. Restaurants, hospitals, already, police stations. We have to stop as a people and take a time and think about what is the purpose of that work, that job, that position that you're holding. What is the purpose? And treat every individual that come in there as if they're your brother, your sister, your father, your mother. Do that, because I think that's one of the big problems too. We look at everything as if it's far from us. We don't see how that is related, how the other people around us can be related to us. And you see, everybody, they would want that, they would want to be treated a certain way. Everybody would want that. Every individual would want to be treated the best way. But then it's like nobody really wants to treat someone the best way. So when you look at it on individual level now, everybody is doing what they don't want to happen to them, and that's just against the laws of nature. You treat other people the way you want to be treated. You never know. My grandmother always say, what goes around comes around. Yeah, the world, whatever you do to anybody, it will come right back to you. So our people should stop and take a time and think about that in every interaction. Just think about it for a moment. Is this how I would want someone to treat me? Especially those in medical institutions, because people come there in their darkest hour. So you're supposed to always, this is your obligation, because it can be hard, but just by taking up the profession, you're supposed to always be ready to bring sunshine in their life. Always, no matter what. You have to be ready to do that. If you can't do that, if that's a challenge for you, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. People come to you when they need someone to help them, not someone to tell them, oh, I'll call the police on you, or oh, you criminal. No, that's not the place for that. It's not the place for that. So then there's the sick person, and then you'll be making other people sick too, because stress is one of the first steps in disease. Once a person is stressed, their whole body don't function properly. You understand? So it's like you're making people sick instead of really healing people. So just think about that, please. think about it. Give thanks.
While you at it, Honorable, could you since no one else is calling to say anything about the herbs, gonna give us like a little idea of the herbs that have been beneficial to you in certain you know instances in your journey?
I remember at one time when I was fruitful, I'd always be drinking lemongrass tea. And I actually found, because it was that one particular time, always drinking lemongrass tea. I love for lemongrass. And I actually found, like, just comparing it to other times, like, it kind of helped me to be more, calm and things to go through more smoothly. I don't know, and that way how sometimes you'd be tired, I can look and compare it with, juxtapose it to other instances where, okay, I wasn't drinking so much lemongrass tea. And it was just, there was more energy, yeah? There was more energy in terms of, how it is when you're, well, what people refer to as being pregnant. You have a big belly carrying and, things everything can be a bit more difficult. So when there is something there, the lemongrass in particular, that can just, give you that extra boost, that extra energy and so on. It's a great comfort. There's the lemongrass. There is as well, I mentioned the rosemary earlier, and I like sweet smelling herbs. I like herbs that, all right, for instance, lavender. I find, even my experience with my children, I find in the evening time it's very calming. Even when they have a cold or so on, the peppermint, the ginger, cinnamon. Oh, there was one particular experience, Honorable, when we were in London, and one of the children, just a year old, managed to open a window when it was almost freezing. The temperature was almost freezing, and I hadn't known, and he got a draft from it, if you remember so well. And it was a mixture of, it was how do you call it, that vapor thing that was made with the lemongrass, not lemongrass, the cinnamon, the bay leaf, ginger as well. Well, you'll know the mixture, Honorable Priest Kailash, but it was a great relief because...
That's your testimony.
It's my testimony,
so
but you're helping to remind me.
Not involved me.
Yes, but, it was without even having to, in a country like that, where the environment contributes, just the cold alone contributes to clogging up the system, and the herbs, that particular mixture, it provided me as a mother with a lot of, as a mother, when your children get sick, how terrible it's like you yourself get sick. So when I see that, my son was better, and in a matter of, I think it was just like a couple of the vapor, that, what's the proper name, Chris? It's a therapy, the mist, inhaling the mist, yeah, inhaling the mist of the thing, putting the towel over the steam bath. It's a steam bath, and you inhale it, and it clears the sinuses. Yeah, the herbs were very effective in that. As well, I know of other instances where diarrhea, simple things like diarrhea and so on, just the young guava leaf, that's stopping that. Even with just cleaning out the system. Constipation is a horrible thing. It's a horrible feeling. So it's a horrible feeling. So when it is that you can drink the free up laxative, which is a mixture of herbs, and that just clean you out, it actually make you feel free and light, and like you can do anything compared to the feeling, the experience when you're constipated. So, I can go on, with the herbs, because I live it.
I'll go on.
I live it, so the whole, it's a real experience every day. Even with if you might have fevers, yeah, if you might have a fever and the body temperature is hot, I mean, rubbing with coconut oil, it helps to cool the body down. Even drinking some ginger tea, it open up the pores, and it helps to let the heat out to bring down a high fever. Yeah. I can't go. Yeah. Let me see what else. I mean, well, one of the things that come to mind during the menstrual cycle, some women, they suffer from certain cramps and think, oh, and look, my cousin, these people, any kind of, like just periwinkle, how effective periwinkle can be with, decreasing a heavier abnormal menstrual flow. If it is someone's bleeding too much, that is so helpful. Yeah, it stops the flow in.
What?
Periwinkle.
Okay.
Periwinkle tea. Yeah, because a lot of women cyst fibroids. Just periwinkle tea for a day, 3 cups a day. Go on to 2 days, you'll see that just decrease in a short time. Just then, it'll decrease it.
Is your cousin better already?
Yeah, she is. She is.
But she had used it the previous times, why she didn't remember?
You see, sometimes, I don't know, people just tend to, maybe it's what they're accustomed to. But that's why we have to stand up for the herbs and talk about what the herbs do for us so that we can't forget it. Yeah, because with my same cousin, as I was saying, she used it, it helped her, then she forgot and got into certain things, and then the same problem come again, and I have to remind her again. So we have to stand up for the herbs and talk about it. Share the good news. It's the gospel, eh? Tell everybody about it, how it can benefit you, how it can help you out, your children, your parents, everybody. The herbs can help.
Alright, give thanks, definitely. As we won't be in St. Lucia this strong here for any consultations, as we'll definitely be out in a different country, so definitely when we come forward, that will be not this Monday but the following Monday, we'll be affording you with consultations. You understand? What we'll do, we actually just would want you just to just give us a little moment, and when we come again next week Monday, would be able to actually focus on the consultations for you as the people down here in St. Lucia. But remember, the lines have been open 451-934 and 453-1730. The Food of 7 Ital hotspot, definitely in Bois d'Orange. Lifity Foods will be on Jeremy Street coming very soon this month. Everything is getting into place. So give us a call when you come again, 451-934 and 453-1730. Remember, I won't speak when we come forward. I'm not speaking. Give thanks to the Empress is there. She'll talk. You're supposed to call and let us know what the herbs have done for you, if it has done anything for you. Ja, Rastafari. We're not asking you to lie, If it's done something for you, call and say it. If no one calls, then maybe the herbs have not done anything for them. When you come again, blessed.
The Ministry of Health will be undertaking an island-wide survey from April 24th to verify and document St. Lucia's success in eliminating schistosomiasis, otherwise known as bilharzia, a chronic disease caused by parasitic worms which live in certain freshwater snails. This survey targets primary school students within the age group of 8 to 11 years. It is very simple. The survey will obtain a urine sample from students, a few drops of blood through a finger prick, and administering a short questionnaire. All tests will be undertaken by a trained team from the Ministry of Health under the supervision of a registered nurse. Now remember, this is only a survey. St. Lucia currently has no issues with schistosomiasis or bilharzia. However, we need the support of communities, teachers, parents, and their students. Partner with the Ministry of Health and support the survey from April 24th and help protect the health of this generation and future generations. A message brought to you by the Ministry of Health in partnership with the Ministry of Education and the Pan American Health Organization.
How do I decide which telecommunications service provider to use?
When choosing a mobile, landline, cable TV, and internet service provider, or changing the one you currently use, here's what you should think about in order to get the best service to meet your needs. Why do I need the service? What is the quality of service offered? What are the rates? Are there hidden charges? How much can I afford to pay for the service? What are the customer service obligations of the provider? Not satisfied with the service? The choice is yours whether or not to use the service.
This message is brought to you as a public service announcement by Ectel, the NTRC, and this station.
Fruta, taste the real Fruta. Enjoy the real Fruta. Refreshing juice of every day. Whoa, Fruta.
Yes, to give the Father Almighty life giver, give thanks for all good things so long as I send from Zion above. The lines is open 4519349 and 4531730. Let us know what the herbs have done for you and what it is that, what benefits that you get from the herbs that you utilize. Honorable.
Blessed Lord, give thanks again. During this, I didn't see, but I heard of certain incident, certain video that's been going around with a young princess actually being abused. Yeah, I haven't seen it because I don't even want to see it. Yeah, but
seeing is believing.
Yeah, but I don't want that image in my mind. That's the thing. I don't want my mind to record that. Yeah, and it brought me to it reminded me of a little conversation I was having with my daughter, because many times when growing, like when raising daughters and raising sons, a lot of times there's that thing sometimes, like as a mother, you have to deal with challenges whereby there are certain things you might, like your son might be doing, and then certain things your daughter will be doing, and then that whole thing of understanding oneself. And then it made me think for a moment about what the importance of women within society. Yeah. The role that a woman has to play, because you see, a lot of the times when it is said that, okay, maybe like when the way how a woman would normally be raising up a daughter, you'd like hold her much closer. There are certain things you might allow your son to do and your daughter, you might not allow her to do. And then there's that thing in society whereby the people would be saying, well, why are you doing that? If he can do it, then she can do it, or if she can do it, he can do it, them kind of things there. But it caused me to really think deep. Why is it that we have that tendency to, like hold on to our daughters tighter and closer? And I actually came to the conclusion that it is very necessary. It is very necessary, just because of how important. It's not to say the sons aren't important, but just because of how important and how sacred the role of a woman is within the society. Yeah, and I think as people are left in that position whereby there's that clash or there's that fight over, should I have her going ahead and doing this and so on. It's not, you see, as a parent too, we have to really stop and consider so that we don't put limitations on any of our children's achievements. But still we have to deal with them as individuals. Yeah. With a sound understanding of who each of them are, or who each of them is. Yeah, so even with that now, you have to hold the daughters close, protect them, care for them, because the way how it is right now, they're being attacked. We are being attacked. Yeah, we're being attacked in the sense that we're being taken advantage of. Our nature, the way in which we deal with things, how we think, and so on, we're being taken advantage of. Yeah, because that whole blessed love. You okay? Yeah, that whole. This is my daughter, Princess Newt. The society now, there isn't that, and for me it was all right back to the simple concept of treating people like they're your family. Yeah, because the society doesn't do that. People don't do that again nowadays. So it's like you'll hear all kind of atrocities being committed against one another. Yeah, even how they rape, like with the video I was told that they actually raped a young girl, and she was on cocaine or something. But the fact is she wasn't fully conscious of what's really going on, and they took advantage of her in the worst kind of ways. Yeah, and so we're at a state where we have to learn to see ourselves in each other. We have to learn to see our own reflection in the woman out there, in the man out there. We have to learn to see these people as ourselves so that we can actually interact with them better. Yep, and it's a journey that each of us, we must go on, change our mindset. How we would deal with the different people that are around us, the different people at workplace, the different people that we pass, in the supermarket, these kind of people, and just try to always be more willing to help, to assist, wherever you see that assistance can be given. It's really dread, the kind of things that's happening to our young people. We have to change it, because it's our responsibility. It's left up to us. And if we were to just see it there and not do anything, it will happen to us, because there's no biasness about it. Once a person can do that, once a society have individuals that can do that, it's reflective of the whole society, and it's just a matter of time, because more and more these things will happen, because we don't hold on to that simple principle. Let's love one another, treat each other the way how we would want to be treated. I'll have to keep going.
Give thanks, Honorable. Definitely, we are the Empress actually doing most of the talking here, because we said that at least, people supposed to actually give us a little call and let us know exactly what the herbs have done for them. And people have not even been calling at all or saying anything about what herbs have done for them. And it just goes to show you, when they crucified Christ, Christ was, there among everybody and healing everybody with all manner of things and saliva and all type of thing. And when they crucified Christ, there was no one there at all who actually stood up. So you see how it is? People don't even stand up for anything. You say, well, look, give us a call. Let us know about what you think about the herbs and things. People don't even respond. Yeah, Moshikola, blessed.
Yeah, blessed love. Give thanks and praise for the program. Give thanks and praise for the Empress. Good words,
Yeah, man, love, man.
Yeah, love and blessings. Yeah, the herbs is naturally our culture. This is how we were raised. This is how our ancestors did it from long. They all utilize the herbs in all different aspects for healing in all different natures, spiritually, mentally, physically. A lot of people don't understand the working of the herbs. You see, the herbs works together with the earth and the universe the same way our body works with it, according to the moon, the sun, and all the different planetary that rules, which is the same way our body works. So the herbs is naturally, in any aspect, the best healing source for every human. All of the chemicals is just a business, profits and loss alone. That's all they look for. They don't look for the love for people or the love for nothing, like you would be doing the love for the people. They don't do it on that aspect. It's a whole bit of madness. But naturally, everybody will go back to where they came from, the earth and the universe, and utilize what need what they need and not what they want. Is about what you need, not what you want. And give thanks and praise, man.
Yeah, man. Get another call, my brother.
Yeah,
Love, man.
blessed.
Blessed. Another call. Yes, yeah, about 15 more minutes. 4519349. Give us a call. Let us know about what's your feelings about the herbs. How has it benefited you? What direct experience you've had with it that you could actually share with the people? So at least, because as we were saying, it seems like as if, whenever someone is utilizing herbs for medicine, as if they are committing a crime. People are so skeptical about the herbs. They're so afraid of it. And as I said, the only way they come back to it is when the doctor says, well, okay, they care nothing for them, so then they come and they want to do everything right now, right? Everything right now. And what they could have done all the time, they never did it. We have a WhatsApp sister there who said, blessed love, honorable, no credit to call. I'm from Timor Union. All of us know that those tablets and all those medication those medical doctors prescribe don't work, but because most of us wants everything instant, so they go with the tablets instead. But if the tablet don't work, so what did they got? What did they got an instant ready? Yeah. All right. Okay. Give thanks. Okay. All right. Give thanks, my sister. So definitely we give thanks for this little WhatsApp message here. And it seemed like as if people are afraid to call. And so if I just tape my mouth and just stay quiet and think, what are you going to say? You have to call and talk about what the herbs have done for you. You have to. Remember, this week coming there, Monday to Friday, we won't be here for any consultations this week, as we'll be out of the state of St. Lucia. So what you could do, you could basically, if you want to see us for consultation, this would have to be specifically week after next, when we'll be coming forward, definitely, So those of you who need any help from us, just make us know via email, info@priestkailash.com, or you could WhatsApp us, and then we could actually get in touch with you. All right. If it is that you want instant thing, you could, the same number, you could actually the same number, you could call me. You'll get in touch with me anytime, anywhere, any place, because I'll be there specifically to assist you. Give thanks for all those people who actually called. A few people who I think was we had two callers call, because we are asking people to call and talk about. How many people has meet me and tell me they're using the herbs and give thanks for this and give thanks for that. And we only have had 2 people that called, saying anything and giving any thanks for the herbs, As the Empress said, the same people who don't check for the herbs won't check for them anyway. So you have to fully understand that you have to, that's why when you go to church, people testify, test the money, they're testing the money. But I'm supposed to beg you to call and say something good about the herbs that has been beneficial to you. And I'm sure afterwards you're going to drink a herb tea, a basil tea, and you're going to sit down in your chair. And they're going to say, yeah, well, you got an opportunity to speak up on the herbs, and you don't speak up on the herbs. And that's the same thing people do. They go, they had the high blood pressure, their pressure gone, they go to the doctor tell them, oh, man, the pressure getting good. Keep on drinking the medicine, and they say, oh, boy, priest, boy, I never tell them, I never drink that medicine, it's the bush I drinking, but me telling that, the doctors, you have to tell that. You understand? There are people who had catheters, they had bags for urinating, and then they go to the hospital, in hospital, doctor send them home with bag, and they drink the herb and they get better. They go back to the doctor tell them, what, man, you're doing good, man. Great recovery, ting. Oh, Marisa. Everybody afraid to speak up about the benefits of the herbs. I don't know why. I don't know why. But I'm not. But I was giving you the opportunity tonight. Because of the experiences that we've been having lately when it comes to the whole aspect of the behavior of people towards herbs. And sometimes it makes you feel away still, because you check that so many people, they get that benefit, they get that benefit, and yet still they don't speak out about it, and the people that might have got no benefit, they speak out more than the people that got benefit. So maybe if they have 100 people with benefit and 10 people with no benefit, the 10 people who talk more than 100 that actually got some. Marsha?
Yes, Honorable.
Yeah, Honorable. You have to come and save them again?
I just want to say blessed love to the Empress and the Princess.
That's also, so you have nothing to say about the herbs?
Not yet. Other people are like calling him every day and saying, Priest Kailash Leonce, Priest Kailash Leonce, Priest Kailash Leonce. What now? They are calling to and saying anything.
But
you're afraid.
You're afraid too?
No, I'm not afraid. My medicine is doing me good. I'm good. So my medicine is doing me good. Okay?
Well, it's not just, it's any herb that you're using. It could be a little vervain. It could be a little longette.
Yeah, I take in the longette. I take in the coffee. You take the soursop leaf every night. Take 9 and drink it every night.
Oh, give thanks.
If I do in the morning, take the soursop, the sour orange and the cayenne pepper. First thing, and then you drink your tea after. I take that. I'm good. Okay.
Give thanks, my beloved sister.
Yeah. Empress go ready?
No, she's on the side. I just giving the baby some
the
love.
baby something.
Now it is.
And I think she wanted to know. The thing she was asking about is the old bass oil. I think that's what she wanted. I think that's what she wanted you to tell her.
Now, well, is the technique.
Yeah, to put like old bass oil, you put it in the hot water and you cover it and evaporate and you inhale.
Yeah.
And you loosen the nostril, nothing like that. That's what I think she wanted to do.
Okay, my sister.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Love.
Love. Yes.
Blessed. Give thanks for the love of the people, especially the elders. 9 more minutes to go down. You see, right now we have too much time. You have too much time. Why? Just because we say, give a call and give a little, vibes on the herbs that you utilize and how these herbs actually benefit you. People still okay, somebody said yes, give thanks. Just wanted to say that the herbs is what the people need. Yeah, alright, give thanks, Honorable. As I mean the same set of people calling and saying the same set of thing. What about all those other people who actually get benefits? Nobody want to come and stand up, We have to stand up for the herbs. Definitely. Remember, we have the herbal manual available. Right now, we'll be opening up the Livity Foods, which is a different aspect of our medicine, of our operations right there on Jeremy Street in town. We are looking forward to have a wonderful time down here and looking forward to open up our fertility clinic, because, making human, helping human and man, to come together and make babies is one of our, one thing that we have, you've had a lot of success in. So we'll be having a, a natural fertility clinic down there, right, in that same area there in Jeremy Street. So you could come in and sit down with us and actually know how what it is that you have to do to help to boost up your chances of making a baby, and then making that baby and, having it and taking care of it with a great bundle of joy. 451-959-453-1730. Give us a call. Let us know what the herbs have done for you, It seems like the herbs have done nothing for our people. Many things I could be speaking of, but I say, but wait. Why is it that, I am speaking, I have to speak, and then you don't want to speak, and when the doctors tell you that, you get afraid, you put your tail in your backside and you're afraid, because why? Why is it that they command such authority over the people? Yet still, the people will tell you that they go and they buy the pills and they don't even use the pills. Why would somebody have so much power over you that you could go to them, they tell you need this, and you buy it and you don't use it. It's like you take money and you throw it away. Why is this that they have so much power over the people? Because the people give them the power. Because the people then don't even want to call and say what they, as a man or as a woman, were using to help to benefit their own self. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. Okay, blessed love, sister. Trinidad was having some problem with the live stream, but I think St. Martin say, blessed love, they're doing good. Alright. Yes, 4519349. We have another 5 minutes. 4519349 4531730. Give us a call. Let us know exactly what the herbs have done for you. When you go on WhatsApp, you hear all type of things people say. For all type of herbs that they actually use. What has the herb done for you? What has it done for you? Alright? Tell us, let us know. Are you afraid of it? Yes, Sufra caller, blessed.
Yes, my Lord. Yeah, man, I keep the ball rolling because nobody are calling. And I know the herbs are powerful. Yeah, man. I can remember one time when you had your office in Newport,
Yeah, man.
I wake up one morning and, my face big, so, on the left side, and I going to the dentist, I was right opposite your office there, and
I remember that day, man, your face could have hardly fit in the door, man.
Yeah, man, so when I finish, dealing with you, man, give me a prescription for some antibiotics and painkillers and a whole lot of guacamole, that man, So when I step out, I say, I think that I give you a call, and he said, well, just choose some leave, man. And my way driving, I ain't by that man, I just drive down by PI there, in the Salty Bus Gap there, in that area there.
Yeah, man.
They have a shop there.
Yeah.
They have
nice name
tree. They have neem trees all over the place there.
Yeah, man.
I just stopped them island, and I start chewing neem. By the night time, I was good already, everything good on blueprint.
Yeah, man.
So I know, and that man gave me a long prescription. I tell you, up to me, my Lord, I never have no pain again. The two gave me no problem, and once in a while, I always chewing him,
Yeah, man.
No problem. Now, still, I have been more testing on, because nobody are calling, so the cats are taking all the time. I had a couple of brethren, they had hemorrhoids, man. And his surgeries, I want 3 of them in my area there. They're going to do this surgery more than once already.
What?
Yeah, man, they go once, they go twice. And I have to tell them, but yes, this is the cause of the problem, because I can remember when I had my situation, I come to the iron, and nothing, you never cut, I just like to use some aloes, and when I did my sit bath and different little things, so, and want to little change in the diet, and it's about 3-4 years now, I think, or more than that. I never feel no pain again, so, and same blood I tell you, go and do the surgery again already. And that already cut it, So, give thanks, my Lord.
Love, my Lord. Give thanks, man.
Yeah.
Rastafari live it.
Yes,
Rastafari. Yeah, you see, the brethren call and he testify of the goodness of the thing. I remember I was in Jamaica, I went to a conference and there was one of the attendees from Philadelphia, and the man had a hemorrhoid thing, boy, and the man couldn't sit down and couldn't do anything, and some aloe water and thing, and boom boom boom, and rub with castor oil and boom boom boom, and that was it. The man come out bouncing, So it's good to know that there are a few people that actually calls, and I glorify that love divine, that love divine. We give thanks for that, because that's special, to stand up, because they say, because, the right refuse to stand, that's why the wicked actually prosper. If the right, would actually stand up, the wicked would not prosper that much. But the wicked prosper because the right just keep quiet. You pay. So you got in politics. You pay. Well, no. The politics have all of them afraid. So they're afraid of the doctors, they're afraid to speak, they're afraid to say anything. Honorable, you need to educate us more. We are slow in learning the proper things. So please forgive us and don't give up on us. I personally don't take drugs. I tough out my pain every month but refuse to take painkillers because it will kill me instead of the pain. Ja Rastafari. Give thanks. Bernard caller?
Hello?
Yes, blessed.
Hello, blessed caller. I love you, Kailash.
Give thanks for the love.
How are you? I like your... Hello, I love you. One day I will come by you for you to show me how you take that for you to tie your head. I like you. I love you for that.
Give thanks, my sister.
Let me tell you something. Tell the sister hello for me.
I will, my beloved sister.
I like your program.
Give thanks for the love.
But let me tell you, I have a high blood pressure. I go to the doctor. They give me tablets, but the pressure is always high. I don't know what to do.
The first thing is stop eating bread.
I don't know. I don't have enough money in my phone, so I will...
Listen off the air. I love you also, my sister. I do love you. I love the eye. I love the eye also sincerely, and I love and sincerity and peace divine to you and your entire family. Love, 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 love. You know, it's very difficult for some people just to say, I love the eye, you know. As you say, I love you, I love the eye. It's a very, you see, as you said that, Honorable, it's a very powerful thing, you know. It's a very powerful thing just to be able to express love with no hesitation, no fear, nothing. Love is lovely. Give thanks. The first step in bringing down blood pressure is avoiding the bread, you know. The first step is avoiding the bread. No bread. Okay? No bread, no bread, no bread. Avoid the table salt. Use sea salt, right? Blend your little parsley, strain it and drink it. Okay? Use your Guanabafe Blanc, all these things there, use that. Exercise, don't stress. Okay? If any problem, give me a call, I'll tell you what to do. Yes, final call for the night. Babu no caller, blessed.
Blessed love, Honorable.
Honorable, blessed. Give thanks, my Lord. Honorable.
Honorable, Maska Kuyo Budu about Consud.
Consud, oh, merci.
The Consud Mokiraki Anglais come free.
Come free, yes, yes.
Now, moi servi come free pour un bon moment parce que mon dernier j'aime casser. Et m'ate vle boire chimique drug calcium là. So go madame dit moi ça boire comme free. Et comme free a ouais de moi mighty. So moi vle encourager gens ici pour si you need deficiency of calcium about you for your service come free. No police consude patwa. But bala qui est puis comme free alors qu'a servi il a beaucoup à couler puis moi so hard parce que il y a comme typique en lait. So pas couler comme so hard. Il est possible pour typique en ton système mou. Mais sous couler puis un morceau de coton. So laisse ça au paquet c'est typique en leader Bordeaux. Mais bien nécessaire pour nous ça servir comme fruit pour nos calcium en body nous. Il y a 100 fois plus mais passer drug calcium les unique avant available because comme fruit pas ni pire side effect. Moi j'ai plan moi ni plan bokai mala. Puis moi servi j'ai toujours moi servi. OK? Vous voulez faire mon sécurité savent que si vous voulez calcium et puis mon cas dit c'est pour le calcium bah ça va faire pièce. Come free is the way to go. So blessed love,
honorable.
Love you, buddy.
Give thanks. Love the eye also, my brother. Love the eye also. Give thanks for that. Love, you know. See, from man and from woman, you know. It's good, man. It's good to be able to say that. You know, I love the eye. I love you. You know, it's very good to be able to freely express that sentiment of love. And don't be afraid of what somebody might see or what they might do or thing. You know, just love. I mean, it's good. It's good. It's great. It's awesome. Fantastic. Yeah, boy, I don't want bless.
Yes, blessed love.
Blessed,
Blessed love,
blessed.
Prince Kailash.
Blessed love, Honorable.
The problem we have is we do not know some of the plants. We probably have it around. I heard a gentleman spoke about the plant for calcium, which is comfrey, he said.
Yes.
But if only you could show us a sample of what it looks like.
I have a book, you know. I have a book called The Herbal Manual. I have all these herbs in it.
Oh, you
Colored
have the
picture.
book.
The Herbal
Okay.
Manual. Yeah.
And wait, do you have it in Boardwalk? Because I'm calling from Boardwalk. Do
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
it in
yeah.
your
It's
stuff?
there. It's there. It's there. And the
Okay.
plants, if you want the plants, you could check us too, and you could get all them
Oh,
things.
perfect.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Because that calcium, I'm very much interested.
Okay, Honorable. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Love, love,
Yeah.
love.
Bye bye.
Bless, bless. Yes, we give thanks for life and a mighty life giver. Yeah. People call when they have things they're interested in. Give thanks for the brother who came and shared a love about the comfrey, the consort. You know, it's a herb that's very effective. I have had my personal testimony with this herb. You know, a time I was in Dominica with my family because I'd opened up a business up there. And one of my children had developed a persistent diarrhea because there was some contamination in the water of the cistern, and he was brushing his teeth, whatever happened. And it was the root of the comfrey and the young guava leaf was the only thing that could have stopped that diarrhea, you know. So I give thanks for them, for these wonderful herbs, you know, and I give thanks, you know, that the Almighty, you know, have actually given us the knowledge, the wisdom, and the understanding to oversee it. I do have the herbal manual. I've written several books, really and truly. You know, sometimes it might be a big secret for the people in St. Lucia, but at the end of the day, I've written several books, you know. And, you know, our experience takes us all over the world, you know. So as time goes by, you know, I'll be 40 and 50 and 60 and 70 and 80. And as I age and I grow older, you know, maybe people would listen more. Right? Sometimes they believe you're too young. O gente nam cocoa consa. Alright. Give thanks for the love, my people, you know, and definitely remember this strong there. We won't be in office for consultation. For those of you who want our male package or female package, that'll still be available. Definitely at Wash. Let's go there, you will get that specifically. Okay, also the foods, you know, all these things will be available if you want your contract, you know, meals, you know, green juices, your sea moss, all these things, your pastries, you understand? And all of our juices are fruit juices without any sweetening, any sugar. You understand? So give thanks for all of you who have called, and may the Almighty God bless and keep you and make his holy face shine upon your holy face. And, you know, all love and prosperity to you and your entire family. May the bonds of love flow, and, you know, and let it actually cover us. And let us be able to share that love with the people around us, you know. Feel free, you know, as a mother to tell your child you love them, you know. Feel free as a child to tell your mother you love them. Feel free as a father to tell your child you love them. Feel free as a child to tell your father you love him. You know, because at the end of the day, when it comes to night, sometimes we get to the age of 30 and our mother never gave us a hug. Our mother never gave us a kiss, never told us I love you. And these things, they do affect children, you know. It prevents them from being able to actually share that love. Let's share the love wherever you go, you know. King Selassie, Ija, Rastafari. Give thanks again for all those of you who have been with us tonight. The Almighty God keep on blessing you, make his holy face shine upon you and your entire family. Love, love, love. God is love. Let us all love. Blessed love.